Hey guys, Micajah here, and it is the third week of me putting out vlogs. All five of us and we the vloggers decided we'd do a survey this week. Here's how it works. Each of us submitted 3 questions for the other vloggers to answer. Let's start. 1. If you could wake up and have any superhero power, what would it be and what would you use it for? I would choose the ability to manipulate matter, because think of how cool that would be. If someone shoots at you, you could just be like, oh, your bullet's now made of like cotton. Oh, it hurts. I'd call myself something like Jello Man. If that superhero name isn't taken, I totally got dibs on the copyright. 2. Describe what your own personal hell would be like. In my own personal hell, there'd be like country music blaring from this side, like real drawly stuff. And then on this side, there'd be like a gospel choir just howling away with their warbly voices and all that. And in front of me, there'd be a continual loop of Nick Cage movies playing over and over and over. And then next to me would be one of those chatty airhead girls who would be telling me about all of her shopping experiences. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty. I just painted she was wearing plaid with it. I can't believe he thought that he was with her. It would be awful. 3. What childish quality about yourself do you hope you never lose? It'd have to be the fact that I think stuff is cool. Little kids are amazed very easily, and I'm amazed very easily as well. 4. Coffee, tea, soda, or none of the above. I'm allergic to tea, coffee is way too bitter, and soda will kill you. So the obvious choice is soda. 5. Describe your version of a perfect day. My perfect day is spent on the beach. I love the ocean. I would take a walk with a really good friend on the beach and then go body surfing, go to a nice restaurant and have some food, sit on the beach and watch the sunset. 6. Tell us something that's on your bucket list. My bucket list is very, very short because I've never made one. I probably should get on that. Apparently it's a thing. But if I was going to make a bucket list right now, one item would be to raise $1 million for charity over the course of my lifetime. That would be awesome. 7. Who was your first celebrity crush? My first celebrity crush was Jennifer Connelly. I saw her in A Beautiful Mind and my heart melted. I thought, she is about the most beautiful girl on the face of the planet. I'm going to grow up and marry her someday. And then I found out that she was old enough to be my mom. I was devastated. Well, there goes my future. 8. Marvel or DC? I was actually the one who submitted this question. The reason I submitted it was I've never heard a good argument for why DC is better than Marvel. I guess DC has Batman. 9. Redo one moment in your life, what would it be? I had a very, very good friend that I ended up losing. I wish I would have focused more on being a good friend to them and not complicating it with anything else. I really wish that I would have gotten to say goodbye to her. Just tell her, I'm sorry I messed up our friendship. If I could rewind and just start over from the beginning, I would. Well, that was depressing. Moving on. 10. Worst movie ever. I watched a Japanese film recently that ranks right up there. In the beginning of the film, there's 2 guys fighting over becoming boss of this triad. Apparently they have open elections in triads. They're fighting the whole movie and then they're like, hey, let's be friends. They both become friends. And then the loser guy's like, why don't we work together and I can become like president of this area of the triad? And the winner is like, oh, that's a great idea. And then proceeds to beat him over the head with a rock till he's dead. And the loser's wife is sitting back in the background and she runs away and he chases her down and beats her to death with a shovel. I was watching and I'm like, what on earth just happened? It was awful, really. 11. If you were on death row, what would your last meal be? I'd order hot buttered rat on a stick, just to say that I'd had one. I feel like I've missed out on something in life by not having tried one by now. 12. What am I obsessed with? I'm vaguely OCD, so everything. 13. If I become a millionaire, what will it be for? My boyishly good looks. 14. Who is the person that ever existed that you would never want to fight? And why? Mahatma Gandhi. You'd walk up to him and you'd be like, hey man, let's go. And he'd be like, no. You couldn't get him to fight you and it'd be really awkward and kind of embarrassing. 15. What is something you believed for a very long time and you found out it wasn't true? That George Washington was the first president. I believe that George Washington was the first freely elected president, but there was a guy before him who the history books forgot to write about. Well, I'm out of time. Next week I will be talking about my favorite places in Missouri. Till then, Micajah out.